My name is Rouhana, and I'm a Palestinian American, grew up in Boston, and now I live between London and Palestine. So I think somehow at its core, my practice is driven by trying to understand the way that photographic representations affect and shape reality. And so in this installation, against the backdrop of a constant stream of images of Palestinian death during Israel's genocide in Gaza over the past 3 years, the sort of objective here was to bring Palestinian life to the forefront. And the work was sort of came about through some research that started in Palestine during a residency that I was doing in Bethlehem at a place called Dar Jasser, where I had the opportunity to go back and kind of look at the history of photography in Palestine. And I found several incredible early sort of local photographers, folks like Karima Aboud from Bethlehem herself, and another photographer whose name was Khalil Rad, who was actually the first Arab photographer in Palestine. In this project, my goal was actually to create a more of a participatory, sort of involved and collective photography portrait project. And so we set up a portrait studio in Palestine, sort of a decentralized, participatory portrait studio using large format photography. In the end, we, it's really just actually the beginning. This project started last year, and the goal is to take the photo studio to every Palestinian city, from Jerusalem to Haifa to Nazareth, all the way to Jenin and Hebron, down to the Naqab and Yafa. So we're trying to go to, I think, 10 cities overall. This work here in the Sharjah Art Foundation that was commissioned by Sharjah Art is from Hebron and Jenin. So this work sort of forms the start of, in some sense, any work is an archive, but in this case, the idea was to create a new archive of the future that documents Palestinian social life, political life, cultural life through portraiture. And so, in a nutshell, the project is a portrait of Palestine through portraits of Palestinians. In this installation, the central piece is actually a woman who's the mother of a martyr from the Jenin refugee camp, whose son was, assassinated by the Israeli occupation forces. And oftentimes in photography, she's seen as obviously, quite sad for good reason. And in this case, I asked her to smile for the camera. And so we caught a glimpse of sort of, the remaining hope and light despite the ongoing atrocities that happen every day in Palestine.